Hello everyone, welcome back to Skinwalker, an indie RPG horror game in which we have some kind of skin thingamajig that steals your skin and replaces you. Whatever it is, it has replaced one of my friends. Don't touch the door, and this guy is really paranoid and keeps watching the door. Good job, Darren. Do something for a change. Or no, wait, it was Michael that was the lazy bastard. Alright, so, continuing where we left off. A bench made of a big tree trunk. Where is Celeste? And is it the right Celeste? Yeah, just stare at the window. Nothing's gonna possibly pop in. Yeah, totally. Ugh, the mechanics here are weird. I'm like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I can't walk in the hallway. Oh great, more windows. Hey, look, let's look more windows. I'm like just waiting for one of these. Oh, ew. It's a red thing. I'm not sure if the game's trying to trick me though. I don't know. I get the feeling it's going to do like one of those plot twists. She just ran to bed? I'm still gonna question if that's the right Celeste. Wait. You were at the front fucking door. What the fuck are you doing here, buddy? He was at the front door saying, hey, what are you doing touching that door? So why the fuck is he down there? Okay, who's over here then? No phone, what are you doing? Stop. Oh, wait. What the fuck are you? You saw something looking like me? Better not touch it. What am I supposed to do then? Suddenly, a strong sense of nausea hit me. There was something in the air. I could feel the horror overtaking me again. Oh, jeez. A couple books in. Alright. Where am I supposed to be going? Are you the real Celeste? Why aren't you Okay, everyone can hear this noise apparently. Ugh. Ugh. Why are you? Okay, no, you're passing out. Can't get up. I seem to be able to resist. I'm the strongest. My head is splitting apart. I really want to lie down, but I have to make sure everyone is safe. You are the leader. Oh, I can run really fast. Banging the door again, too. I don't feel so good. Better not touch it. Okay, everyone's lying down. I don't feel so good. Now I can go to bed? I wouldn't want to sleep. Just you creepily. Let's go to bed. I couldn't take it more. I had to lie down. I couldn't sleep, and I wanted to even. I couldn't sleep, and I wouldn't have even if I could. I just wanted to rest. I waited for the world to stop spinning. I looked out the window. There was someone in the tree. I stared back, not being able to register what was going on. I quickly pulled the blinds down. Celeste came through the door. She looked pale. I dragged her to the bed and laid her down. She was gasping for air as if something was suffocating her. Eventually, her breathing became more regular. I asked where the others were. She shrugged. The room had stopped spinning. A bit, but I felt far from good. Suddenly a voice could be heard from the locked door. What was worse, though, was that it was Celeste's voice. Let me in, God, let me in there. I immediately pulled my knife and placed it at Celeste lying in the bed. Her eyes grew wide with shock and alarm, but they could have been faked. What are you doing? No, I'm the real one. The one out there, that's the imposter. I was kind of in a trance, unsure what to do, and staring down at her. Maybe I would have stabbed her if the voice at the door hadn't changed into some low, deep, guttural voice. And then it became high-pitched, like a little girl's. I pulled my knife away. I snapped it out of the trance. Now the nausea was returning. I got to the door and opened it. There was nothing. There was but a trail of black liquid. Suddenly I got this feeling that it might not be the best idea to go outside. Go outside! The thing was nowhere to be seen. Just as I was turning around, I took a look at the roof. There it was. It was close to a corner, about to turn. It looked like an albino male with really long limbs. He had fingers instead of toes, and all 20 of them were elongated. He was facing away from me. Suddenly the head swiveled 180 degrees and stared at me. I started choking up as if I was suffocating. It was hard to breathe. The thing opened its mouth slowly and deliberately. I thought it was going to devour me when its tongue snaked out. On the tip of the tongue was my face, like a tumor. Eyes closed, lips unturned, into some psycho smile. There's a legend somewhere that when you see a doppelganger, you die. I thought of that legend, but then the creature rounded the corner and it was gone. I lost it and followed. Vision hazy. My heartbeat suddenly seemed ear-splitting to me. I was stumbling because my legs seemed unable to coordinate. Suddenly, I stumbled forward and toppled down. Once I laid there, face down in the grass, my body just seemed to shut down. I couldn't move. I couldn't even turn my head. There was something dripping on my back. My eyelids seemed heavy and started closing on their own accords. I saw white feet with long fingers for toes step into my view. When my eyes opened, Celeste was shaking me. She was on the brink of tears and her voice was cracking. Get up! Get up, that bastard was in your skin! My head hurt. I was about to ask her what happened when she started pulling me backward towards the door. We toppled out and stumbled towards Darren's car, which was parked in a different location from what I remembered. I was glad to be alive. The mist had stopped completely. Celeste was downright crying now. She pushed me into the back seat. That's when I noticed. I was wearing different clothes from when I lost consciousness. Michael was there, huddled up and face buried in his knees, some clothes stained with blood were beside him. They were mine. Darren immediately stepped on the pedal, but nothing happened. He swore and did it again. I noticed that Celeste was armed with a shotgun from the cabin. I asked then what was going on. The thing joined us. He looked like you. We got out of the house and found the car. We were halfway down the road. Then Michael started screaming. I looked at Michael. He had a glazed over look in his eyes. The thing burst out of your clothes and jumped out of the car. Michael had the shotgun. He was firing out the window. We saw the thing run all the way back to the house at the friggin' speed of light. It was in my skin? Yeah. I looked down at myself. I wondered if I had been possessed, or if worse, the thing had cut off my skin and wore it as a coat. I shuddered at the thought of something crawling around in my skin. I asked Michael if he was alright. The thing talked to me. I asked about what? He didn't respond. I realized he was sobbing. The car jolted into motion. Darren fist pounded as the car started accelerating. I turned towards the cabin and saw the albino thing standing on the roof of the house watching us. I shuddered and turned back. Celeste screamed! The thing was in front of the car, on the windshield! It opened its mouth, and my tongue face slithered out. Celeste fired the shotgun. The glass shattered and it was thrown backwards. Darren shrieked and I saw blood coming from his face. Something pierced my face and I realized it was glass. The car skidded to a stop. This is a lot of dialogue to read! The car doors opened without any discernible reason and I fell out. The thing lay directly across from me, eyes closed as if it was sleeping. I wish I could close my eyes. Its mouth hung open and I saw myself again emerging. I didn't move or say anything because I couldn't. My face looked at me and started to talk. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want to be you. It repeated over and over again. It was coming close to me. I wondered if it was going to bite me to death. The thing's eyes shot open and I realized it was going to kiss me. Ugh, hell no! I managed to regain some control and instinctively twisted back around from it. I guess that was what saved me. Ugh. There was a sound like an explosion. Blood spouted from the thing. Celeste was standing over it. Her face and body were bleeding and she had this spaced-out, psychopathic look in her eyes. She had just fired the shotgun. My face looked directly at me. I am you, it whispered. She fired again and saw my own face begin rotting to nothing more than a skeleton in front of me. The thing's head flowered open. That's the best word I could find to describe it. Its head kind of split and split again, peeling away. I saw faces, lots of them, all on the inside of its head. I think I saw Celeste and Michael's faces. They were whispering something unintelligible. In the center, Where the brain should be was a single red cat-like eye that was rotating in its socket. It was producing the mechanical droning sound. Celeste fired one last time. The thing sort of withered away, becoming wrinkled and smaller and rotten until it just disappeared. Celeste dropped the shotgun. I started twitching and spasming. As control of my body returned to me. Eventually, I stood up. We got into the car silently. Darren was bleeding too, but no one said anything. We drove back to the city in silence. We explained away the damaged car as being attacked by some crazy thieves. We had ourselves patched up. Michael was still in shock-like state. I hear he was like that for a while. When I asked him what he thought of the incident later, he denied it ever happened, with compelling conviction. His eyes looked dead and he had lost weight. I don't know if he forced himself not to remember or if he genuinely knows nothing. Clearly he forced. He's traumatized. I know what I saw, but I can't remember the exact place. The forest. It had been 2 months now. We still refrained from talking about it. If you were expecting some huge twist or something, you'd be disappointed. I still don't know what we met out there. I don't want to know, actually. I still have nightmares about my own face shouting, "I am you." Wasn't it a whisper? One thing I do know, though, I am never going camping again. The end. Well, unless there is some kind of twist ending. I heard there was multiple endings in this game, so I suppose I got the good ending? Oh, and the game closed. So my face looks extra bright. Probably. There we go. Now I'll just fix my monitor. Now it doesn't look as bright. So, that was Skinwalker. I think I was told there was multiple endings, but I'm not going to play it a second time just to get the different endings. I think the other one is like, well, either you all die or you kill one of your friends. Because like you have the options of one, picking up your friend's hand, which was the fake Skinwalker. So what would happen if I ditched Celeste and didn't pick up her hand? And what if I didn't go out the house? What would have happened? And those would be the twists. So I'm not going to do those. This is my playthrough. I'm not going to do it again to get every single ending. I'm not going to do that with every single game, just like I did with Dota Escape 3. So I hope you've enjoyed Skinwalker. I wouldn't even call it an RPG game. It's made with the RPG game engine. But more of a story-driven game, that's definitely for sure, because that's the most I've ever freaking talked based on dialogue alone. So, I still hope you've enjoyed, and until the next episode. You should see his attack animation. Watch this. Oh god, nope. That's exactly what I don't want to get into. Sheep. Poke sheep. Let's poke them all.